Liverpool legend, Steven Gerrard, he's been speaking on Rio Ferdinand Presents podcast. He spoke about England's golden generation. Former United midfielder Paul Scholes. Gerrard admitted that he'd struggle in today's game, but said that if Scholes was still playing today, he'd be the best player in the league.
Could I be the Steven Gerrard that played in our generation? Could that be now? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'd have to adapt. I'd have to adapt, and I think it'd take a lot away from my style.
Talking about your style,
I think Scholes now
would be a joke.
Hands down, would be the best midfielder in the Premier League. Fact.
Do you think that? Yeah,
I do. Yeah, because Scholes, for me, was very much an in-possession controller of a midfield, controller of a game.
Yeah.
Can switch the play. You get close to him, he could pop it round you. He can play the outside of his foot. He can switch the play, score important goals, make the last pass. Scholes' thing for me was, can you get him doing the other side of the game?
Running the other
way. Can you
way.
take him the other way? Can you be physical with him? He'll get booked against you. These type of things you could maybe try and get the better of him the other way. But I'm not sure in the stage game you could leave one on Scholes, for example. So he would have everyone terrorised in the Premier League. I'm telling you right now, he would have everyone terrorised in the Premier League now. He'd be the best midfielder in the Premier League now, hands down.
I mean, it's high praise from someone who was one of the ultimate football players of the Premier League era. And look, I played against both of them. Paul Scholes was a joke. He was outrageously good. And he's right. He makes a really good point about the fact that he was a bad tackler, Scholes. He'd get sent off. You know, and as he said, leave one on him. You can't get away with that no more.
No, and also the way the game's gone, it's about possession.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The game now, we see teams build from the back, and you can imagine Scholes dropping deep and picking the ball up and
just zinging
pinging balls wherever he wants to. Yeah. So the game has changed. It's interesting that Stevie Gerrard said that he'd have to adapt. Of course he'd adapt. Good players adapt. He would have adapted his game, but there's still a place for a player like Steven Gerrard. Maybe not that marauding, what he could do there.
Steven Gerrard would still be the best player in the league.
Well, he just said Scholes.
Look, Scholes would be
but he's saying that he'd have to adapt. I don't know. He put Steven Gerrard in this England team now.
Yeah.
Him alongside Rice, and as a three, him and Bellingham, playing as like two number 8s, if you like. Gerrard and Bellingham and Scholes. I mean,
if he was going to pick one player, say we're going into the World Cup next year, right? And we got one player from the golden generation. And the golden generation we talk about, I mean, you lock down, David Seaman, Ashley Cole, John Terry, Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, David Beckham, Scholes, Gerrard, Lampard, Rooney.
And then who was
and then you Owen, Shearer, Heskey, Joe Cole.
First thing I would do is what's an area that I worry about in our World Cup, and the area I worry about is centre half. That's the area I immediately think, are we as strong as we used to be?
Yeah, but if you're going to take one, you'd want the best one, wouldn't you?
I'm going John Terry.
Would you?
I'm going John Terry.
John Terry at the back?
Yeah.
Is John Terry going to win you the World Cup?
Why not?
Well, I mean, listen, John Terry's an unbelievable football player, but I'm talking about a player who's going to make a difference. John Terry's
who's our John Terry?
No, we ain't got one.
Well, that's it then. He ticks boxes. He's our captain, goes in at centre half. That's an area. For me, that nails things at the back. Talking to midfield, I'm going straight John Terry.
Not Rio Ferdinand?
No, straight for John Terry. For me personally, that's what
Even in the modern day, not Rio Ferdinand?
100% John Terry. John Terry, brilliant footballer.
He was different.
He's a brilliant footballer. Yeah, I'm going straight John Terry. I'm Chelsea.
I mean, I knew you was going to say that. I mean, it was a stupid question, really.
If you don't like the
ask stupid questions, you get stupid answers.
Well, don't like the answer, don't ask the question.
Yeah, I know, but I was thought you've just gone straight.
What do you want me to say then?
Chelsea captain. Like,
but he's the most decorated one club man captain ever in the Premier League.
Here we go.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know.
He won the most Premier Leagues as a single captain in the Premier League. I think that's correct. But you've asked the question. That's where I'm going. I'm worried about centre half. Who is? Imagine John Terry.
I'm worried about midfield. Midfield for me.
Right. Okay. So you got Bellingham and Rice. Who are you worried about?
But Bellingham ain't even in the squad. I'm worried about Bellingham.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
Bellingham. I'm not sure if Bellingham can play as the 8, or if Tuchel wants him to play as the 8. You need someone that. You need a sitter. You need a dictator.
Okay. Who's that sitter?
If I was going to take one player, I mean. Obviously, Paul Scholes is the easy option.
Can't think of a Spurs player, can you?
Michael Carrick.
Michael Carrick when? When he's at United?
When he was at
Spurs, West Ham?
No, Spurs, yeah. Michael Carrick, yeah. Good player, mate. No. I think I'd take Paul Scholes. If I was going to take anyone...
I'm not going to fall out with you if you take Paul Scholes. We're not going to have a fight.
No, I know. But
I'm not going to say...
I don't want the easy option is to say Paul Scholes. But I genuinely think, as Steven Gerrard really said... Who was the left winger? Scholes played on the left for England. That was outrageous.
He played left of a 3, so he played 4-3-3, I think, at that time.
No,
Crouch was in there as well, wasn't he?
Did Joe Cole play on the left?
Joe Cole played on the left.
Darius Vassell played out there as well. He done all right, didn't he?
Darius Vassell's a great shout, that, by the way.
He done well, didn't he, out there on the left? He wasn't bad.
He chipped in with a few goals, Darius Vassell.
Yeah.
If you've asked me now, mate, I'm going straight for centre giraffe. That's what I'm doing.
You've gone route one.
I haven't gone route one.
You are. You missed the Chelsea.
No,
and you've gone with the
I haven't
Chelsea
gone
captain.
route one. I've gone with, one of the best captains this, country's seen. So there you go.
All right. You can have your say on that. We're going to have a little chat about it. If you're going to take a player from that generation, who would it be? Do you agree with Steven Gerrard's comments as well? That England generation that beat today's team.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I mean, that back four, right? You just mentioned there, Rio, JT, Neville, and Cole. Oh my gosh, you won't find a better back four than that in a generation of back fours. You won't find a better back four than that. There ain't many out there.
Did he get to a final?
No, never got to final. Never even got to a semi, did it?
It got to the Euros, didn't it? Semi-final.
Oh, did it?
96? Was that the golden generation?
That was before.
It was Gaza.
That was Gaza. That was Neville was in that, by the way. Neville was. Tony Adams.
Stuart Pearce.
There you go.
Shearer.
Yeah.
Teddy Sheringham.
Yeah. We're just going over all ground, mate. We're just reminiscing. We're just naming ex-football.
I know, it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Just thinking about the old days.
Yeah, it was Redknapp in there as well.
Jamie Redknapp.
Darren Anderton. Yeah, I'll give you a Spurs player.
Free Lions legend, Coventry City gaffer Frank Lampard. He joined Drive earlier today, responded to Steven Gerrard's claims that Paul Scholes would be the best midfielder in the Premier League if he was still playing today.
To reinvent himself and play deeper. And have all the things there that Stevie said there in terms of it. That's why a lot of teammates will talk about him like that, because when you train with him day in, day out, you see the level of quality, like the appreciation of the pass. He could hit every pass, his awareness, goals in him, everything. It's a difficult conversation. I get asked that a million times, obviously, normally in a cab in London or something like that, and they ask me, what do you think? And I'm worried that they're going to be recording it and throw it on. But I never really commit to either of Stevie or Scholesy. I think both in their own ways are absolutely incredible. And Stevie as well. When Stevie was on it, what he could do to you in terms of his pace and power as a midfield player and what he did for that club. So, full respect, I agree with Stevie. Scholesy play in any era and be one of, if not the best midfielders.
Sat on the fence there, Frank, didn't he?
Well, he was up personal against the pair of them in some of the biggest battles in the country and in Europe.
Yeah.
And he will know. And
do you think he gets discredited a little bit, Frank, because how good of a footballer he was?
Frank, yeah, because Frank's what he gave the team, what he gave Chelsea, his goals, what he done as playing as an 8, playing in a 4-3-3 predominantly, and his link-up play with Didier Drogba. Honestly, his goal-scoring record from midfield is unbelievable. And if you showed someone that in 10 years' time, you'll say, look at that, and you think, Frank, where did Frank play? And you show where he played.
Yeah.
And but Frank was a box-to-box midfielder.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Frank could do, you played against him.
Yeah,
right?
I played against him. Yeah,
right. So Frank could do both sides of the game.
Yeah, he could, yeah.
With the ball and without the ball. Right, he was absolutely magnificent, honestly. He was just super. He was unbelievable. And he had come up with big goals in big games, big assists.
Yeah.
2007 FA Cup final, the little chip for Didier against Man United. And he come up with big moments in big games. But then Scholes caught the eye in a different way. In fact, so did Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard was a little bit more dynamic in the middle of the park.
He was dynamic,
yeah. He was all action. He was banging there. He was, firing at tackles.
Yeah.
Quite Frank's game. Frank could dig, but Scholes, get on the ball, head up. If he could see a pass, he'd probably find it.
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
Yeah,
he'd find it.
I played against him once, right? And he was always my idol, really, as the player I wanted to play against. And I remember playing against him a couple of times, but the one that stood out for me was Man United Wolves. Played against him. He played in midfield, I think they beat us 5-0. And Paul Scholes, 100 passes, 100 completed. Didn't give the ball away for 90 minutes. It was outrageous.
And I bet they weren't all
and they weren't one. No,
them, were they?
He was like everywhere. The ball was going all over the park. Didn't misplace one pass in 90 minutes. And I was like, this guy's ridiculous.
We don't have that player, do we?
I don't think we have that.
In Bellingham, we have a little bit of a Lampard type player, don't we? A little bit like trying to keep the 8 and trying to join.
Yeah.
We don't have the passing range of a ridiculous.
I don't think we have a Paul Scholes.
No, we don't.
We don't have a Paul Scholes.
We've got Steven Gerrard. I don't know. It's like a hybrid between Steve and Frank. It's like
I think Declan Rice.
Declan Rice is not a Frank Lampard or a Steven Gerrard.
No, he's not. He's not.
He's a brilliant footballer, but he's not. He ain't one of them, is he? And that's no disrespect to Dec.
No, I think Declan Rice is his own player.
He is his own player. And the thing is, what Declan and we saw at the weekend, he can play as a 6.
Yeah.
But actually, when he gets on it, when he goes and joins, he can be an 8 and go and join. He needs to score more goals, I think.
Yeah.
But he's added that to his game since he went to Arsenal. At West Ham, he was really a sitter, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a sitter.
He didn't see much under David Moyes, and he kind of sat a little bit, sat deep and.
Yeah, and he was brilliant at it.
Yeah.
But you need someone alongside him. You need Paul Scholes alongside Declan Rice, and then I think we win the World Cup.
Yeah.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.